the numbers mixed up. Now, in MSC, unfortunately, you guys had to end your journey early. Now, how did you guys prepare for M6 this time around, ensuring that you guys will actually last and hopefully even make it to the big stage, Axiata?
We came into the tournament to win it. We didn't really come, to have a vacation. The mindset has been set from the start of MCC. Like, we have been scrimming not only a month for the boot camp, not only 2 months. We've been scrimming this whole time with the new roster. And every lose or every win that we had is just like a stepping stone to where we are now. And I hope that we can really show everybody this tournament what we are really made out of and perform even better than in M5, since I said that we'll come back stronger, and I want to hold my promise.
Oh, he wants to hold his promise to the fans. Okay, now just now, before the camera came to us, we were having a bit of a chat. Okay, now I said that, they're one of the first fan favorites to win. And what did you say just now? You think who else was a fan favorite?
I thought CFU was the favorite in the match. CFU versus NIP Flash. I thought CFU would win, like top 1 Cambodia better than top 1 Singapore, but I guess because of the result in MSC 2024, I don't know, NIP Flash got maybe overrated a little bit.
Oh, okay. Kid Bomba is spitting bars. Now, Kid Bomba, before we wrap up this interview, would you like to say anything to the fans? Because you are pretty a favorite in Malaysia.
Thank you for the support. I hope that in the next matches we'll keep playing better and better. This was just the first match, so just keep waiting for the rest. Trying to go 3-0.
All right, thank you very much to Kid Bomba. And with that, let us show it over to the panel to break down what happened in this game. So panel.
Thank you so much, Rose, and of course, Kid Bomba. Ever since M5 has become a revelation and become a fan favorite all around the world, not just in Southeast Asia, but yeah, team spirit. The more I think about that game, the more I realize I feel like it couldn't have gotten any better. You know what? I feel like that was it. That was the peak of that. Anything else past that could have been a crime at that point,
After that interview with Kid Bomba, I just want to bring back a classic from M5. Actually, post M5, when people start changing the IGN to Bomba and then your IGN.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we bring back the Bomba trend, Husky Bomba. That sounds pretty nice also, but I want to do that because of what he said, right? Like, he said that he felt like the top 1 Singapore is overrated, and as a Malaysian, I can get behind it. So, Kid Bomba, I'm now Bomba.
He is now Bomba. I like it. I'm not going to lie. That game, there felt like there was some hacks going on, man. That was just disgusting. Normally, after you push First Lord or you get all the way to inhibitors, you pull back. You freeze lanes. TS said, no, we're not freezing lanes. We have a Beatrix with a Malefic gun that can just take down your tower. So they just stood at their front door nonstop, chipping away at everything, and it was disgusting the way that when Renmar, you asked what the counter to the Bruno might be, and we might have just found it.
It's like Beatrix became a Bruno, but instead of kicking a football around, it's guns straight up, and 4 of them different. And yeah, the Malefic gun rush really changed everything. And even both marksmen decided to go for the roam boost at around 8 minutes. And I felt like that just made the scaling of Hiko even a bit more faster, because he kept getting assists, he kept getting kills, he kept adding more abilities to get gold for himself. It was that was tough. That was very, very tough for Maycam Evolve.
It was really tough if you are, a supporter of Maycam Evolve in general, right? I think that first item Malefic Gun allow Hiko to essentially just shave off the entire gold plating of their first turret. And not to mention, from the draft onwards, the side lanes felt like it been won by Team Spirit, right? Glue into Phoebus favors Kid Bomba any time of the day. For Hiko, he had to get the Malefic Gun first, and he went for the first item, and from that point onwards, Eurocoaster really couldn't do anything.
Yeah, that's a Master Assassin Beatrix first item Malefic Gun. That was Hiko going into this saying, yeah, I'm gonna destroy this Bruno in lane. And fun fact about Hiko, a lot of the coaches and players I've talked to who are a bit more familiar with this young man's game, they're saying this is a potential generational talent in the making.
Yeah, this is someone I've had my eyes on since before last MSC. When I watched their championship, I was looking at Hiko going, this kid right here, he's going to be a monster. He was only 16 or something like that when he went to MSC. He was young, and he still has so much room to improve. And who better to improve than with some veterans like Sawo, with some veterans like Sunset Lover behind you to help show you the ropes.
Yeah, and the stability that the Hylos and the Valentina brought together in this one, I feel like Team Spirit couldn't have had the game that they had if it wasn't for what Sawo and Sunset Lover did in the middle of the map to supplement essentially, they were supplementing 3 winning areas, a winning gold, a winning XP, and a winning jungle.
Yeah, I think it's always great. Like, it's always great to be on a team where you don't have to worry about how do I stabilize the side lanes, right? If they're already winning by themselves, all you need to do is to take that firepower and spill it into the side lane. We see them do that for Hiko. He breaks the top tier 1, and now it's Kid Bomba's turn, right? He starts moving out of his lane while Makino was trying to deal with the wave. Kid Bomba was joining fights.
You know, not only Kid Bomba, but Sunset Lover as well. I feel like he goes under the radar so much, but he had some great IMU steals with that Frigid Glacier, helping get some big plays off. Not only that, but in the beginning, he was first blood, he was second kill. Yep. He was able to really create space, use those Terrifies to make moments for the rest of the team. So I got to give it up to him because he is really kind of the backbone of this team at times.
Yes, Sunset Lover really 4 M-Series appears? 3?
Yes.
A good amount. That man is an international legend, I feel like, at this point from EEC. And of course, the MVP is none other than Hiko. Again, we've talked about this. A young generational talent in the making. That is the words of coaches and players who are very familiar with how well this young man can play. Earlier this year, I even got to speak to Kid Bomba or hear Kid Bomba talk about Hiko. It says, oh, he's really, really good.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's plugging his ears, but if he is, it's about blocking out the noise and just doing what you do best, right? I mean, 4-0 and 6 on this Beatrix, uncontested since first item. There really was no way that Maycam Evolve could get close to Hiko. They tried once, but with a 10k gold deficit during a base defense, they just don't have the resources to beat Team Spirit and kind of repel that siege.
And as we talk a little bit more about Hiko, his success and his MVP performance is backed up by how fast the jungler of Team Spirit was able to hit level 50. 9 minutes and 47 seconds. That is 1 minute and 14 seconds faster than the previous record of 11:01. So this was speed for Team Spirit. It just went fast, and every time Maycam Evolve looked like they could have countered, Husky, you told me something. If only they had just a little bit more gold, maybe.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just any little bit would have helped, because even that's when it's, you know, you're down bad. When you're down 10,000 gold, even if you get the perfect setup, the perfect wombo combo, it is not enough. And this is what I was talking about where Team Spirit, they're not ever pulling back. Normally a team, all right, let's play it smart, let's go back, let's steal, let's freeze lanes. No, we're just going to hang out outside of your tower and take it down with Hiko.
And there we go, Team Spirit dominating. Kid Bomba has mentioned the thought of Team Spirit right now. They're just locked in. That is what in sports we call locked in right now. They're in a flow state of Mlbb. And now as we head into the second set of matches for later into the day, maybe, just maybe, we'll start seeing the favorites win it all. But the next one is going to be a spicy one. It's Twisted Minds versus another Malaysian representative in Vamos. How are you feeling?
All right, this one I'm going to be real, right? This one I will be real. Like when we looked at S2G against SRG, I say that my faith is on SRG. This one, I'm with Vamos, but realistically, I think Twisted Mind have a really good chance of taking down Vamos, because Vamos as a team hasn't really evolved much. They just polished their playstyle, but in terms of branching out, we haven't really seen that, and I feel that might be the Achilles heel.
I don't know, man. I feel like this time, I'm going to go with the favorite here. Ooh. So don't vote the same as me, all right? I think that Vamos really has a big chance. In the past, Malaysia has always been a king of best of ones. Yeah. And maybe the big problem with SRG was they didn't cheese. Maybe Vamos needs to get back to their, Malaysian roots of M4 times and things like that, and just get crazy.
All right. Let's see if Team Vamos will go crazy. Against Twisted Minds, a team that, well, even in their own region, were expected to become champions, but they did. They became what was once brash and bold. They turned into humble kings. Now they're going up against a team that'd love to recall in your face. That is the next match for the M6 Swiss stage. Twisted Minds versus Vamos, Saudi Arabia, and MENA versus Malaysia. Again, it's Redmar here with Husky and Trex. We'll be right back.
the shadows, feeling so small. But I've got a fire, won't let myself fall. Every hit taken, every scar earned, lessons in pain from which I've learned. When the world says I'm done, I'm just starting my run. Through the darkest of nights, I will find. You won't get me down, you won't get me down. I get back on track with a peaceful attack. I always come back around. I'll never back down, no, I'll never back down. At forced to behold and it waits to unfold. I always come back around. When worlds converge and dreams ignite, there are millions to witness the champion arise. With every challenge, we push with all our might. For we have only one goal, the ultimate prize. When hope seems so far, I'll reach for the stars. In the heart of the storm, I am reborn, I am reborn. You won't get me down, you won't get me down. I get back on track with a peaceful attack. I always come back around. I'll never back down, no, I'll never back down. Forced to behold and it waits to unfold. I always come back around. Battle, battle, taking the ride, make it, break it, hate it, I shine. You won't get me down, no, I'll never back
One team is a villain that has lived long enough to see itself become a hero yet again. The other team is a team that thrives and shines and enjoys being the anti-hero and the bad guy. It is Twisted Minds versus Vamos. Saudi Arabia versus Malaysia are the regions we're going to be seeing for this one. My name is Renmar Santa Cruz. Just call me Renmar. Still here with Husky and Trex. And gentlemen, you know what? I'm feeling it's panda time. I think it's panda time. Do we still have a panda on us?
I ate them all.
No,
You ate
he ate them all.
You know what? Since you ate them all, tell them about Hello Panda and why you ate them all.
Well, you know, I've been really hungry. I've been really hungry because I've been carrying these two in Mobile Legends games for the past 2 weeks, or for the past 2 days.
No.
And I've been carrying them. My legs have been sore. So how do you stay fueled? You fuel your game with Hello Panda crunchy biscuits filled with creamy chocolate. The ultimate snack to keep you energized, level up your day. Visit Hello Panda's website for more.
Please, Husky, I think LaFell asked you to do this during Wildcards. Can you do it again? I'm pretty sure you know what we're talking about here. Go for it.
So the translation, right, is Hello 熊猫 Hello 熊猫它的饼干很好吃.
Thank you, Husky.
You're
there
welcome.
we go. I'm going to ask you to do that every single time we're on the panel together. No, don't worry. I'm not going to do that to you. But of course, thank you to Hello Panda. And For you, the viewer, there's a lot of things that you can join during the whole M6 rush. There is a chance for you to win Claude's new epic skin, Challenger's Flare, and Beatrix's new M4 epic painted skin, Light Seeker. So it's a painted version of her old M4 championship skin. Don't miss this rare opportunity to get Beatrix's M4 exclusive and M4 Prime skins returning for a limited time. So if you missed that 2 years ago, now is your time to come back to that. It's from November 18 to December 29, so you have a lot of time. Just play the game a lot and join in the draws. Now, it's time to talk about the next one. And this is the one that in the back of my head, I feel like could be another banger. Twisted Minds and the region of MENA has improved. Although the last time these two teams saw each other, it was MSC 2024. Vamos were under a different name. It was Homeboys. And they were able to defeat Twisted Minds 2-0 in the group stages of that tournament. So is it going to be revenge or repeat?
I hope it's not revenge, because then we would have a 0-2 record for Malaysia on day one. I think, Vamos coming into this, they're pretty much the fan favorites, right? Like on hindsight, Vamos should be able to take this, but since that it is a new era in the MENA region, I wouldn't put it past Twisted Minds to come up with some surprises.
Yeah. For Twisted Minds, though, something about this roster, I feel like this might be their best shot at going deeper in internationals. They are made up of the members of Triple Esports, which, throwback to M5 World Championship, it looked like they were going to take a game away from Prime Onyx Indonesia. That's how competitive a good amount of these members are, but we'll get more into their story later on. All I'm going to say is, they are a team of surprises, and they have a Medjai in their midst, a protector, an Egyptian one at that, in the jungle. So for you, Trex, heading up into M6, well, what are you willing to share about what you know about Twisted Minds and what to watch out for?
I mean, MENA in general has been a region, in all honesty, that has always come up a little bit short, right? They almost got the game. They almost got past top 8. They almost did this. They need to turn that almost into some actual wins, right? And this is their time. It's Swiss format, as we said in the beginning. This is a time for teams to show that it's no longer a group's fault. If you are good enough, you will make it to the top 8. Twisted Minds, we know Soda, Hoda, they moved him into the jungle position there during playoffs bracket of their championship, and it worked very well for them. It's what essentially won them their championship to get to this place that they are now. So I think they're in their best form right now, and if there's a time to win, it's definitely now.
Let's hear now from Coach Lyric, who has slowly become the GOAT coach in MENA, one of the greatest coach in MPL MENA history, with the championships and success that he's had in MPL MENA. So this is what he says. He did admit that MENA isn't exactly at the same level yet as Asia. And the challenge in MENA is that they don't have the opportunity to test their meta against Southeast Asian teams. They need to learn how to adapt quickly to how the meta works. Every season, he reminds his players that their goal is to prove themselves on the international stage. And this goes on with the theme that you've been saying, Trex, that they've always somewhat fallen short. Now, Twisted Minds are a different team. For those of you who don't know, in the season 5 of MPL MENA, before MSC, they were loud. They were beating everyone. They were called the Twisted Express with how fast they were winning games. And they said, yeah, we're going to win the championship. And then they didn't. They got humbled. Then in season 6, they were suddenly saying, no, I don't think we're going to win, but we're pretty good. And then suddenly they won. They went on that lower bracket run that you mentioned, Trex. So now that we know that about Twisted Minds, are there any similarities you feel like between them and Vamos?
I mean, what Twisted Minds were in Season 5 has been what Vamos is during Homeboy's era and during Vamos era, right? Like loud and proud and just all about going fast and ending the game in the most dominant way as possible. And a big part of that is also because of their coach, Coach Pops, and he also has his own fair share of challenge. The biggest challenge for Vamos on the way to M6 is determining their strategic approach, whether to employ complex gameplay or stick to something similar. In his past team, he wasn't able to fully gauge the strengths and weaknesses of certain heroes, but now with thorough testing and analysis, they've identified their focus, and the challenge ahead is M6. This is the testing ground.
Yeah, the personalities may be a bit different, but right now, based off of the quotes from the coaches, I feel like there might be a little bit sense of finding their identity again, or evolving their identity even. So now we can get a little bit more deeper into the, how do we say this, deeper analysis. Considering that how we know Vamos to be, the one-dimensional aggression, that's not me taking something away from them. That's me acknowledging just how good they are with that aggression. If you're Twisted Minds, what do you do to counter that?
I think you have to do the same thing, right? Find your identity, because we've seen we're in a place in the meta right now where aggression can beat aggression. Passive, more rubber band playstyle can also beat aggression. We're in a place right now where the hero pools are very deep in all of the lanes, except maybe gold. That seems to be the tightest of picks right now.
Yeah.
But there's just a lot of opportunity to counter. You can actually pick something that maybe all of us thought wasn't super meta and still win with it. So I think Twisted Minds, they need to have their identity ready, because Vamos seems to be comfortable with what they want to play with.
Yeah, so let's dig a little bit deeper in terms of identity and share with you some stats about these two teams. So for Team Vamos, their average game time in MPL Malaysia Season 14 was 14 minutes and 22 seconds, while for Twisted Minds, 15 minutes and 35 seconds. It's a minute or so less, but I feel like these are two teams with the capability to end the game in less than 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think for Vamos, they've held records for multiple things, right? Fastest game, the most first bloods, the most Lord secures, the most 50-50 retribution wins, the highest global GPM, or right now second highest to Chibi with Nolan back in Season 13. But overall, for Vamos, true to the name, it's all about go, go, go. We go fast, go hard, end the game, and then call it a day.
Yeah. While for Twisted Minds are a little bit more methodical, and I agree with what you mentioned there earlier there, Trex, that they really have to go with this with a clear identity, with a clear idea of what they want to do. So, if you are Twisted Minds, then do you challenge heroes such as the Cho and the Matilda, the things that go fast, you take it for themselves? Do you ban it? Well, what should be the play here?
I mean, seeing as they also play some pretty fast games, right? I think they want to kind of move fast as well. Even though maybe they've cooled their egos, they can still be an aggressive team at that.
Yeah.
And I think that could definitely be the strategy coming in. Play for some of those fast-moving heroes, Matildas, Chos. We've seen it work very well, but also we've seen other picks work well too. So as long as they know what they're coming into this with and they're comfortable with that, they could definitely pull off the dub. But it's not going to be an easy one. I definitely think Vamos are the favorites here.
All right, let's go into the specifics now and look at the members of each team. For the side of Twisted Minds, it's Sano, Troll, Cuffin, Sanji, and the Medjai, Hidden Pharaoh, Hoda.
All right, now taking a look at this, my eyes are all on Hoda here. Sanji as well, Troll, these are all names that we've gotten to know for a while now. They've had international experience multiple times, but for me, Hoda, him switching into this jungle spot, I'm ready to see what he has in tail, right? Is this really comfortable with him? I didn't get to catch their championship, so I'm wondering, like, what was the real reason behind it?
Yeah.
Was it meta? Was it because assassins were popular? Was it that the team just worked better around him?
Yep.
I'm excited to see what he really brings to the table in this.
Yeah, and that is the biggest question we're going to be looking at. The guy who was labeled as the Twisted Savior because of his assassin playstyle, they were able to win the championship. But all right, come on, Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, make some noise for Team Vamos!
And on Team Vamos' side, we got Nets in the gold lane, Zorn as the roamer, Warlord the mid lane, Chibi jungle, and Smooth as the XP laner. 4 out of 5 of them have won well, actually 3 out of 5 if you exclude Smooth and Nets have won a championship together back in season 12, in fact. So I think this lineup has been very, very comfortable with one another, especially when Smooth came in and the meta wasn't really his meta. He took some time to adjust to it. But eyes on Chibi, Zorn, and Warlord. They want to play as fast as possible. They want to disrespect their opponents. And the moment you waver is the moment Team Vamos wins.
Little fun fact that I want to share with this, and I just learned about this today. So apparently Zorn has a nickname, Raja Emote.
Yeah, Raja Emote, the Emote King.
the emote king. So if you are Twisted Minds, Trex, you want to match that? Like I mean, you mentioned earlier that they're more humbled, but they can be aggressive. Do you want to try to get into Zorn's head and, out emote the emote king?
I don't think you get into Zorn's head. I don't think there's really a getting into it. I think you either just play around it, you ignore it. You can play with it if you want, but I don't think you're getting into an attitude like that's head.
So they actually got more. They were able to ask Twisted Minds any thoughts going against Vamos. Hoda said he wanted to get their revenge, and look at what Tarzan said.
Yeah, we should practice our recalling so we can recall together.
Ooh, okay. So we might actually try to match that. This time we want to win because they keep defeating us. And, well, you got to agree with Hoda, Trex.
Not fun to lose.
Not fun.
Never fun to lose.
So I think at this point we're going to have to include a new stat line for the M6 Swiss stage. Recalls per second.
Yeah, recall counter, right?
Yeah.
Like the APM.
Yeah, the APM. I think we definitely have to show that now. We actually got to chat with Nets. Any food recommendations for your Filipino friends? Oh, okay. As a Filipino import playing in Malaysia, I recommend you guys to try... Oh, can you help me with that?
Well, he says as a Filipino import, he recommends people to try the nasi ayam kicap. It's not kichup, it's kicap. Kicap means soy sauce. So it's like chicken adobo. No, it's not ketchup. Not ketchup. Right. Kicap.
Oh, it's like chicken adobo. And thanks for the heart there, Nets. Nasi lemak and roti canai too. Yeah, I would back that up for sure. I know you love nasi lemak, Trex.
I do like nasi lemak. That was the first thing I had when I ate here. Very good. As for the beverage, though, they should try
iced lemon tea or teh limau ice, teh o limau ice, teh limau ice, depending on if you want sugar in it or not.
Oh, that's how you pronounce AIS, ice.
Ice, yeah, ice.
Like the ice,
like
ice cubes.
Like ice cubes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would explain a
It's
lot.
in Bahasa.
Cool.
I read that very differently.
Yeah, me too. So whatever happens I think after this Husky will treat us. Was that
Teh o limau ice, teh limau ice.
Teh limau ice. All right, thank you, Husky, for the treat that you're gonna give us at the end of this day. Sorry for forcing that on you. Actually, no, I'm not. We want.
Yeah, I know.
We gotta stay cool because these games been hot.
It's been spicy. So Vamos versus Twisted Minds. Look, Vamos respecting the Matilda, and I know we still have room in the meta to actually rush Cho blue side.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very few teams have done it, but it is doable. Vamos actually did flex the Cho before back in MPL MY. It didn't go their way though. Smooth was uncomfortable at that point of time. But if they have practiced with it more, I think it's a very solid first pick for Vamos.
Yeah, and I think banning out the Matilda shows that is definitely a possibility here, right? Taking away some movement for Twisted Minds and then bringing in some of their own. Hilda also getting banned out. Twisted Minds last ban. Yeeve's still open. I think it's a major ban here.
Yeah.
All right. I would.
Gak bakal bisa maksimal.
Yap. Nah, cek lagi. Mountain Shocker terlihat sudah di mana aja player-player dimiliki oleh pemain Team Spirit. Hanya saja seperti mereka ingin melakukan sebuah team fight di mana area Purple Buff. Patrol Guardian connect ke arah satu player dan sekarang Sunset Lover malah tertangkap basah. Tapi Markino-nya langsung dibalaskan begitu saja. Tertinggal sendiri bagian belakang. Super Nahuel sendirian memiliki ke arah mana. Double kill didapatkan dan sakit banget.
Itu beneran sakit banget. Damage yang diberikan dari Banned Rage dan juga basic attack-nya tidak bisa diremehkan, apalagi untuk attack speed. Dia punya si Halberd juga. Akan ada tambahan 8% untuk para pengguna item-item penambah darah. Dan sekarang tambahan HP tersebut membuat Aurora juga akan menerima damage yang lebih tinggi lagi dari Hiko. Ini di luar ekspektasi Pak Pulung, bahwa Lord pertama bahkan mereka bisa mendapatkan satu base turret.
Yap, itu dia deretan tadi serangan yang udah dilakukan oleh pemain dari Team Spirit. Strategi bertahan dari Mike Evolve sepertinya akan semakin sulit lagi dan mereka benar-benar dibuat bertahan habis-habisan kalau kayak begini.
Bertahan selama mungkin. Menunggu Team Spirit melakukan blunder. Karena memang draft yang mereka bawakan itu cenderung saat-saat late game. Bahkan dengan pick terhadap Bruno-nya, 2 marksman yang langsung membuka potensi.
Wait,
ada
serangan dilakukan dan pada team fight terjadi, mereka mengejutkan tapi Marquinhos menjadi korban dan double kill didapatkan oleh Sunset Lover.
Masalahnya Kid Bomba nggak tumbang Pak Pulung dan Sniper mengaktifkan Pride of Ice.
Oke, dan fashionnya terbakar tapi Sunset Lover menjadi korban pula.
Wow, over dari Sunset Lover dengan flicker barusan yang sepertinya tetap dilakukan malah membuat kerugian bagi kubu tim Spirit, tapi mereka masih mau maksa.
Wah,
One hit.
sakit banget.
Bongkahan dari Chrono Dash-nya. Tapi Joy-nya juga bakal jadi senjata yang mematikan untuk Harit kalau Harit udah selesai dari Summon Force. Ternyata timing pokoknya.
Ya, tinggal gantung timing seperti apa nanti siapa yang akan duluan masuk, siapa yang akan menuntaskan. Karena mereka juga harus memikirkan bagaimana nanti Bruno ini loh. Bruno apabila free hit juga ini akan menjadi satu tambahan yang kita tahu. Selama match di hari ini Bruno baru nggak ada itu di match sebelumnya.
Wah, itu dia tuh baru banget nggak ada.
Baru nggak ada dia Bruno juga ya?
Baru kalah. Tapi pikir-pikir win rate dari 8 pertandingan ini gede loh hitungannya Bruno. Ada terus gitu loh. Gede loh hitungannya. Ada terus. Aku merasa malahan dengan posisi seperti ini ya, jatuhnya nantinya Twisted Mind ini kayak punya celah gitu loh untuk nanti bisa membawakan ya jawaban dari early advantage yang ingin dibawakan juga. Tapi ngomongin laning yang tadi udah sempat dibahas sama Pulung, kayak ada pertemuan kan antara Bruno dan juga Harit. Kayaknya Harit itu bakal punya apa ya? Bakal punya kesempatan untuk memenangkan dulu nih bagaimana early advantage-nya selama Bruno masih belum ada Has Claw. Jadi sebelum ini 3 kalau bisa tuh.
Tapi kita tergantung bagaimana lagi nanti dari Son-nya juga. Ini Son mau perginya karena mau gangguinnya tuh ke mana sampai ke menit berapa dulu dan siapa lagi objek utamanya nih. Mau Joy dulu kah yang bakal dikawal terus-terusan? Atau baru nanti akan belok lagi menuju ke arah Bruno untuk bisa dikeroyok habis-habisan nih, kita lihat aja.
Oke. Dan sekarang melihat Povius yang ditutup berarti menandakan bahwa memang tim Famos tidak ingin ada gangguan dari sisi front to back-nya. Mereka ingin memberikan penetration pasti dari Nolan dan tinggal menunggu hero mid laner-nya dulu nih. Hero XP-nya juga masih belum muncul sih untuk Smooth. Dan kalau untuk hero yang bisa ngegangguin Joy, aku merasa emang Ruby bagus. Cuma karena mereka ketemunya sama Aurora ya, Ruby-nya agak sedikit berat sih kalau emang harus ketemu sama Aurora. Karena poking and damage, frozen effect-nya itu akan mengganggu gerakan dari Ruby-nya sendiri.
Yap. Sementara sekarang mereka sudah punya chip, tapi chip aja nggak cukup. Dia pun harus membawa satu badan lagi di minimal, ataupun satu efek sisi yang cukup besar lagi kah kira-kira Prof? Agar memaksimalkan lagi nanti dari efek sisi, atau dia akan langsung main tabrak belakang lagi setelah nanti mungkin udah berhasil untuk bisa mengeluarkan dari teleportasi dari untuk rekan-rekannya. Hero-hero tabrak belakang.
Langsung dia Idit dan Khalid. Wait a minute. Apakah ini bakal menuju ke Idit mid lane? Jadi kalau kita melihat dari posisi seperti ini, ya Edit doang yang punya magic damage gitu loh Pak Pulung. Jadi mid ini. Edit mid lane.
Edit mid lane ini.
Atau Khalid mid lane jangan.
Sikat Warlord.
Tapi kalau jujur kalau misalkan ngelihat dari Edit mid lane, menurutku agak berat jadi Grill. Karena 3 hero ini 4 bahkan sama Nolannya juga bisa ditangkap kecuali mungkin Harit yang bisa membawakan Purify. Sehingga pertukaran akan terjadi. Warlord Khalid mid lane. Ketika memang hero-hero assassin muncul ke permukaan, akan ada beberapa meta lama yang bisa dibawakan kembali. Salah satu contohnya adalah mid laner fighter. Dulu kita mungkin pernah melihat bagaimana Khalid Rafaela atau bahkan Tamus Rafaela yang bisa menjawab bagaimana ofensivitas dari hero-hero assassin. Tapi sekarang Khalid mid lane.
Ya karena perbandingan mungkin dari hit damage-nya juga ya dari kedua hero tersebut ya Khalid akan jauh lebih bagus kemana-mana gitu loh. Dengan di tornado di awal-awal itu dengan 3 hitnya itu udah oke. Dan juga mobilitas yang sangat baik, dia ngebantu ke atas oke, ngebantu ke bawah juga oke. Dan ini ada deretan hero yang udah berhasil diamankan. Siapa lagi yang akan memenangkan pertempuran di match kita yang kelima teman-teman?
Ini dia teman-teman, siapapun yang memenangkan pertandingan kali ini akan menuju ke podium 1-0 dan yang kalah akan menuju ke podium 0-1.
Nah, nongol lagi tuh Cloud-nya. Hihi.
Itu dia.
Jadi kameramen lagi dia.
Kameramen di atas.
Iya. Ini deh nih kameramen di atas yang nge-shooting. Ini dia.
Lagi ditangkap semua sama Cloud ya. Lagi dicek semuanya.
Oke, wait. 2 orang dalam keadaan yang cukup sulit tadi.
Tapi ya untuk sekarang apalagi ya karena ada Khalid mid lane ya. Screening dari Warlord akan memberikan pressure yang begitu luar biasa. Tapi jujur Pak Pulung, karena memang butuh damage, makanya di sini kayaknya Smooth maksa untuk pakai Warcry. Jadi aku setuju banget untuk pemilihan emblem kali ini. Karena emang minimnya magic damage membuat Smooth adalah satu-satunya bisa dibilang pemberi magic damage dari tim Famos.
Yap. Dan Smooth udah berhasil menghilangkan 1 wave minion, sementara sekarang Chibi sendirian di dalam area tersebut, tapi untungnya masih ada Son tepat berada di belakang dan didorong tadi dengan satu Secret Hammer. Berhasil mendorong karena 2 player, tapi Chibi-nya sudah level 4. Siapa yang akan menjadi korbannya? Secret Vision mendadak tadi hadir, namun Son masih selamat.
Ya, bahkan memicu flicker bagi troll ya. Pertukaran flicker untuk flicker sehingga untuk di menit yang kedua nanti ketika ada total 1, setidaknya kedua inisiator ini akan kesulitan untuk melakukan escape. Dan untuk sekarang pemilihannya tetap ada di emblem tank bagi sosok Khalid dari Warlord. Build-nya pun berarti gak bakal jauh-jauh ya dari build yang agak sedikit hybrid kayak misalkan ada Thunderbelt juga. Item-item defense kayaknya lebih tepatnya apa belum.
Yep, Inspire tadi juga ya, guna untuk bisa mempercepat lagi. Lalu sekarang Troll sendirian di area mid menjadi mata-mata untuk mencari di mana saja pemain-pemain dari Famos.
Top-nya coba mulai untuk dipok dulu dan cut wave-nya ini benar-benar masif banget. Karena ada 2 fighters, ya berarti menandakan bahwa keuntungan.
Loh. Oke, Warlord-nya mau tidak mau harus mengeluarkan satu flicker, dan untuk sekarang Trollnya udah berhasil langsung dilenyapkan dengan sangat cepat, tapi Smooth di tempat yang berbeda. Coba lihat pergerakan dari Warlord-nya. Quicksand Guard tepat berada di depan umum, tapi masih ada 3 player tepat berada di belakangnya, dan Chibi di bawah mendekat. Ada Sanji, Chibi-nya pun bersembunyi.
Dash yang benar-benar randomly dilakukan oleh Hoda dan dia mendapatkan Battle of Retribution barusan.
Yep.
Hanya dengan 1 kali Rhythm of Joy dia kabur juga menuju ke lini belakang dan selamat. Tanpa adanya pertukaran yang lebih merugikan lagi bagi Twisted Minds. Tim Famos melepaskan turtle pertama dan menjadi keuntungan bagi Twisted Minds itu sendiri karena untuk sekarang tim Famos walaupun mendapatkan trade kill tapi karena ada Shorn mereka bisa ganking nih ke arah Sanji.
Yep, Shorn langsung menghajar ke arah Sanji. Mundur kembali dan mau tidak mau Chufin pun tadi harus menemani ke arah Hoda terlebih dahulu.
Twisted Minds kali ini tidak mengalami kesulitan di early game. Walaupun mungkin secara gold lead, tim Famos masih lebih unggul, tapi
waduh,
dipaksa.
Oke, dipaksa, didorong tadi dengan satu implosion dan juga Secret Hammer membuat Shorn tidak sempat, Prof.
Oke, Retribution pun digunakan, portalnya langsung hilang seketika dan memang tujuannya dari Hoda sendiri, dia kayaknya nggak mau ya ada misalkan backup yang cepat. Atau mungkin Chibi yang bisa melakukan covering